If you're watching this, then you're different. 99% of guys don't really watch like this kind of educational content. Whenever they've got free time, they're literally just scrolling entertainment reels and TikToks, jacking off for hours, like edging for hours, or just playing like video games or just wasting their time. If you're the type of guy who's watching content like this, it's genuinely really reasonable for us to predict that you're gonna actually grow a lot. Getting rich in your 20s is no longer like some scam or some fantasy. It's actually the reality for like a lot of people. It's the reality for me, and it may be the reality for you if you do the right things and if you avoid the wrong things. One of the biggest things that can distract you on this journey to getting rich, especially whilst you're young, is your dating life and just the way that you navigate it. By all means, when you're on this journey, you're locked in, maybe you're getting onto business, you're leveling up in a career, maybe you're enlisting to the military, whatever it is, like, your path for financial freedom. You can absolutely like go on some dates here and there every week. You can go on a couple of dates every single week. You can have sex, you can have a girlfriend, you can absolutely do those things. And actually those things might even help you in some ways that, you're not turning into this like socially autistic, depressed guy who's crazy, horny, whatever, especially if you've got a very like public facing sort of business, like you're an influencer. If you're very like satisfied in your dating and sex life, it can help you in business and whatever. But the danger becomes when you get too distracted by a girl who's not even worth the effort. If you meet like a genuine unicorn, like she is amazing, genuinely, not just like, to be honest, I don't even want to say that. You know why? Because I can tell you, like, okay, but if you meet like a wife quality girl, then go ahead. But the problem is most young guys can't, like, they're not accurate at their judgment of what a wife quality girl is. I'll have guys literally message me things like, oh, Hamza, I've got a wife quality girl, but then she's had sex with two of the guys in my class. So what do you think I should do? And I'm like, what the fuck? That's clearly not a fucking wife quality girl then. What the fuck you on about? Like, like so many, I don't even want to tell you like, oh, but if she's really high quality. But you get my point that like so many guys will get with a girl who's honestly quite mid in their attractiveness, but also their character, their wife qualities, whatever. And they will end up getting distracted from this path because of her. The truth is, if you were single, you would be basically waking up and just grinding all day because it actually becomes kind of fun. And of course, you'd have some downtime. There'll be a few days where you'll spend like 3 hours at the gym because you're just talking to people and you're taking some time, and a few days where, you'll end up just like consuming some content, whatever. But largely your life would be all about the grind. This is the danger zone where now for the first time in your life, you have become attractive enough to be able to quite easily attract like some mid girls, like the 4 to 6 out of 10 girls. The problem is that for many years of your life, you weren't really attracting any girls. You thought you were. You used to say it to yourself all the time, like, yeah, that girl likes me, whatever, but you weren't actually like smashing any of those girls, so it doesn't really count. This is the first time that girls actually want to be with you. And chances are, if you're watching this type of video on my more advanced channel, you're probably old enough to be like starting to fuck as well. That can become such a trap because you'll meet a girl who's just good enough right now and you'll get complacent with her. You'll stick to this level where you can attract the 4s, 5s, and 6s, not just in their looks, but in their character and everything else, fairly easily. You'll get one girl who's a little bit funny and you can have sex with her or whatever, and you'll just stick at this level. Suddenly you're waking up like 2 hours later than usual. You miss a gym workout every now and then, or maybe you're not missing the workout entirely, but your schedule's fucked up and you're going at random times instead of the same time every single day. Like your life in this season should be like you're in the military, right? Like you would probably agree with me. You're in building mode, right? Your life should be like you're in the military, like in boot camp. Wake up 5 a.m., do this. 5:30, do this. 6:30, like every single day is documented of what you should be doing at what time. That's the life the stage of life you're currently in. And in fact, this is a side point, but in the future you'll realize like that's actually probably the best life anyway, even when you're successful anyway. But like, especially with where you're at right now, you should be in like boot camp mode. Every hour is plotted for and you do the same things at the same time every day. You are ruthlessly disciplined and consistent. When you meet a girl like this, the danger girl, That's when suddenly, instead of going to the gym at 9 a.m. every single day, you end up going at 4 p.m. one random day because you randomly invited her to come with you and your schedule's thrown off. And it's cute. Okay, sweet. You got to have a cute little relationship, cute little, like little gym workout. But it negatively affected your goals. You attracted this girl because you were this ambitious guy who was so locked in and grinding, and you literally lose that. You lose yourself when you get into this kind of relationship or this dating dynamic with this girl. This happens to every guy who has been on this path for like a year, 2 years, 3 years. You've been going to the gym, you're getting more attractive. You've been watching my main channel where I speak about more of the sort of like controversial dating tactics, so you might want to go watch that channel. And then the final piece of the puzzle is that you find a work that you actually really like and you start doing well and you get this sort of really masculine energy. This starts to make you really attractive to girls. You will get that new level of attraction, but you haven't built in the discipline to be able to reject the distraction. Now, again, don't get me wrong. You can fuck every single day. You can actually have a girlfriend. That's absolutely fine. But it's what's happening to your goals and to your routine. And also, more importantly than all like the sort of very physical, real things, what time you go into the gym, whatever. The more important thing is actually your psychology. Too much sex, especially with the same girl, very, very much makes a man complacent. A lot of guys like to lie and say like, no, when I got I'm so much more inspired now or whatever. And maybe if you meet a genuinely really high quality girl, that sometimes happens. But the truth is, if you keep meeting the same girl and she's a bit mid and she's also like not that ambitious herself and she scrolls and she eats shit food and she wasn't even going to the gym before she met you, she wasn't even onto self-improvement, she was doing nothing with her life, you're going to become more like her, right? You remember the quote, like you're the average of the 5 people you spend time with. But when you meet a girl who's basically like a bit of a fucking loser, you'll become more of a loser. Like you need to understand, you need to have standards. You need to have standards. You would not hang out with that girl if she was a guy because you'd think that that guy was a fucking loser. The guy who can't do a single pull-up, who doesn't do anything productive in his day, does the bare minimum in school or work, and then just basically consumes all day, is a fucking loser. But as soon as you switch his penis to a vagina and give him a little bit of titty, suddenly it's like, yeah, she's an 11 out of 10. No, she's fucking not. She's like a 4. She's a 4, bro. It's not that amazing. This isn't to say that you're not going to meet girls who are absolutely amazing. You will eventually, but chances are right now you're just not really going to attract that level because that level of girls want someone like me instead. It's just the truth, right? They want a guy who's even more established. So right now you're in the danger zone where you could get complacent and just fucking enjoy the fruits of your labor, like the moldy fruits of your labor, where it's like, it's not even ripe yet. It's like unripe fruit. You could be eating the unripe fruit and it's like, it's kind of like, it's fruit, I was hungry before. I guess it's some fucking unripe, the green banana. But I like the green banana. Shut up, bro. You know our fucking point, right? The fucking green. It's not ripe yet. What, you're just going to sit around just eating the green bananas all day? No, wait till it's fucking ripe. You're not at that level yet. So go ahead and enjoy your dating life. Go ahead, bro. I understand it. You want to fucking clap some cheeks. I get it. I like clapping cheeks as well. I understand that. But don't you stay stuck at this level. There's like a kind of a energy, a personality, like a psychology that you need to have in your mind where you can spend an hour, 2 hours meeting a girl, fucking her, going on a date. You can do that. But you still have to have the biggest priority of your life as winning, locking in, and really doing really fucking well. The moment you get too close to a girl at this level, that's when those dreams and ambitions start falling down. And you kind of cope and say, no, I'm still locked in. I'm still doing really well. But then you're randomly just, you're eating food without tracking your calories, what you used to do beforehand. You're going to the gym at different times. You're not skipping the gym entirely, but you're going at different times. You're not completely cheating on your diet. You're not eating crazy bad food, but you're not tracking the calories anymore. It's those subtle things, and it's going to slow you down enough that eventually you're going to fucking explode and destroy the entire thing and think, yeah, what the fuck am I doing? I don't want to, my physique actually looks worse now. I've missed a bunch of workouts. My sleep hasn't been as good. I used to be in bed every single night at 10 p.m. on the dot with my routine. And yesterday I was up to 11 on FaceTime with her. You'll notice these subtle changes and they will affect you, and they should, because you are a masculine man in boot camp season. Don't fall for the bullshit of balance and of just enjoy yourself, whatever. Our enjoyment as guys that you are, our enjoyment comes from the discipline. It comes from the routine. I personally believe fucking and having women inside of the routine makes sense. That actually completely makes sense that you've got time for that. I think as a masculine guy with a high sex drive, you'll want to fuck, and abstaining from that long term isn't actually beneficial. If in fact, like, it's awesome to fuck, it's awesome to, you know, have women around. There's nothing wrong with that. It's when that block of time with women starts encroaching and disrupting the other blocks of time. You could meet your girl every single day from 6 to 8 p.m. and that'd be awesome. But it's when you meet your girl from 6 to 8 and then you randomly say, oh yeah, come to the gym with me tomorrow. I usually go at 9. And she's like, oh, well, I can go at 12. And you're like, yeah, I'll go at 12 then. And it's like, you're just fucking inconsistent. And then maybe she says, oh, I don't want to go. Then you're like, oh, fuck, I should have just went at fucking 9. Now it's like fucking 12:01. It's going to be more busy there. What the fuck? This is annoying. I can't like take as much pre-workout because it's later in the day. And you'll realize, like, why are you fucking hindering your own goals for this girl that quite frankly is not going to be in your life very much longer? That's the most brutal part of this, is not the simplicity of like, okay, the routine, okay, be disciplined. You have to understand the truth, and you're probably not going to want to admit this to her, but please, within our circle, just be honest. She's not all that. If you keep climbing the way that you're climbing, you're going to attract a girl who's better than her. So what are you doing here? Should all of your effort not be on building the business, the career, and the rest of your self-improvement, and just a small part of your life, like the cherry on top, is like the dating life? Because you're not going to be meeting the best girls right now, right? All the time and effort that you're spending texting these girls and just emotionally investing in them, put 90% of that time and effort into a business or your career. Start genuinely making money, and that will increase the quality and also the quantity of the women that you're attracting. That's the better way. Still, find some time to smash, find some time to go on a date, okay, sure. But your brain, your thoughts should be on your work. Women should be like such a small part of your brain that every now and then you just accidentally happen to like date a new girl and fuck the shit out of her. It's like you don't even think about it that much, but when you wake up, you're thinking about business. When it's 9 a.m., you're thinking about fitness. When it's 11 a.m., you're thinking about business. You're thinking about your goals. It gets to like 7 p.m., you want to fuck, you check your phone, okay, you message this girl, she comes around, boom. That's it. It's almost like an afterthought, the cherry on top of a great life, but your biggest priority in life is your work. That's the way you get out of this danger zone. The problem is you don't really know what work that you should get into because, you know, you don't really want some bullshit career. You want to get rich in your 20s. Well, for that, I suggest just doing the exact same business model that I'm doing, become an educational content creator. And my program is the top link in the description. Goodbye.
Mwah.